Welcome back to our Q&A series, my friends. Okay, so we talked about the jewelry sample development process in my last two videos. A lot was covered there, and I really hope what I shared was super useful to you all. If you are joining us for the first time, I would encourage you guys to check out those videos on jewelry sample development process, because we are now moving on to our second topic, which is all about the jewelry production process. And this is all about the actual order production, not about the sample development. And again, we're going to run through the most common questions from our MOQ, the various metals that we work with, metal fluctuations which can impact prices, techniques that the silver and goldsmiths use here at my manufacturing plant, etc, etc. Again, there's a fair bit I'd like to cover, so we'll probably split this topic again into two parts. Super quick, if any of you guys are watching this channel for the first time, a quick intro. My name is Kim and I own a jewelry manufacturing company here in Thailand and a UK's headquarters or sales office. We are a family business of 50 years where we specialize in producing high-end sterling silver and solid gold jewelry exclusively to jewelry brand designers across the world. Check out our website, Thai Design Distributors Limited, for all information about our services. I have been working directly with jewelry brands, retailers and jewelry wholesalers for 21 years, and this YouTube channel is a platform that allows me to share my experience and knowledge directly to anyone out there who is either wanting to become a jewelry designer or are already an established designer looking for advice and support in what it's like to outsource their jewelry production and what the experience may be like to work directly with a jewelry manufacturer abroad. Okay, let's not waste any time and get right into it. One of the top questions we get asked from our new jewelry designers is about our MOQ, or minimum quantity, as well as our opening order amount, also known as minimum spend, that the customer would need to invest in order for us to start the production of their order, usually the very first one. So two separate questions, and it's important that you ask the jewelry supplier or manufacturer what their terms are on this. There are a lot of jewelry manufacturers, for example here in Thailand, where they have a low MOQ but quite a high opening order amount, usually in the thousands of dollars, or vice versa. So be sure to ask those questions, especially if that information is not transparent on the supplier's website. We're transparent about it and it's stated on our website, and that is 20 units in silver and 10 units in solid gold. There is no minimum spend, and you know that that's really what makes Thai Design unique in the jewelry industry, because no matter how small or big your brand is, our MOQ is what would definitely be considered as very low if compared to other suppliers. And we also allow a minimum of 10 units within that 20 to be plated, whether that's yellow gold, rose gold, or rhodium plated, which again really helps new startup jewelry designers to find their feet and figure out what their best sellers are before they place larger stock orders in the next or future orders. If a jewelry designer is new to outsourcing and working with a new supplier abroad, having a low MOQ and no minimum spend is a huge help. It gives them time for them to build trust without breaking the bank. Now, with regards to our MOQ for rings, it's only 5 pieces per size or metal color, and again, just a minimum of 20 units of that ring design. Is there a minimum number of designs required per order? We do prefer to take on designs as a collection of at least 3 designs or more. Like I mentioned, our jewelry designers would often give us a whole collection, so that would always consist of around 3 to 4 designs upwards anyway. A collection could be, for example, consisting of earrings, matching pendants, bracelets, etc. What metals do we work with? It's only your fine metal, so sterling silver and solid yellow or white gold, and of course all the different plating options is available. What's your production lead time? Our production lead time is typically 4 to 6 weeks from when your order is confirmed and ready to start production. I've said it before many times, but production lead may take a bit of time depending on the design, and that's why communication is so important, because my sales team and our customers are really just making sure that we get updates from our team here within our manufacturing plant, and we regularly communicate that to our customers so that they can plan any launch dates or marketing in advance. Typically though, you would know the delivery date before any deposit is paid or before we start production. I'm a retailer and I want to add some jewelry into my range without designing any new pieces from scratch. Do you have a range of off-the-shelf jewelry pieces that I can just order from you? Yes, please check out our extensive in-house range on the Thai Design website that our customers can view and order from. Remember, we are a manufacturer and not a wholesaler, therefore we don't keep any stock or inventory, and so all our production is made to order. again with an MOQ of 20 in silver or 10 in solid gold. Customers also have the opportunity to amend designs in our in-house range by swapping out stones, components, changing the texture or plating color of the jewelry design to make it more customized to their needs. We have so much in our range and a lot more than on our website, so usually our customers would just inform us of what they're looking for and we'll help accommodate them. Other jewelry manufacturers may also have their own in-house collection too, so please do be sure to ask if they are able to modify any of their existing in-house designs for you. Remember though that if you are to modify the designs and it's been clearly communicated that this design is exclusive to you only, and the supplier is asking you to pay for any physical prototypes such as molds or masters of that design, you know, obviously it's quite different to the original design. Make sure that as it's yours in ownership, you have exclusive rights to that design. And we'll talk about the NDA in a moment. Can you produce my designs from start to finish with the assembling of chains, stones, and components? Absolutely. Everything that we produce is the final product, ready for the jewelry designer to sell on. So we provide the complete start to finish process, including an immense range of chains, as well as inlay or stone setting, hand or machine laser engraving, and more. So yeah, we're very flexible and we can work to whatever the customer requires. I also have customers who would prefer to do any stone setting or final finishes at their studio. So again, that's totally fine. But yeah, typically other manufacturers as well, if they are truly producing the jewelry in-house, they should have the capabilities to finish the design from start to finish too. Where do you ship? So we have shipped our parcels worldwide for the last 50 years. We can send directly from our sales office in the UK, which would then be distributed to our various UK and European customers. We can use our or our own customers' preferred shipping couriers as well. So that includes DHL, UPS, and FedEx, and also using the courier account of the customer if they prefer. What about hallmarking at the SA office? As we are a UK company, most of our customers was of course historically based in the UK and Europe. And so to all of our British designers, you'll know all about the UK legal hallmark requirement. We've got our own Thai Design hallmark account and stamps at the London SA office, which we can use, of course, for our customers' jewelry. So that adheres to the UK law. If a customer does not have their own hallmarking stamp, then that's perfect. We use the Thai Design one. Otherwise, if you do have your own stamp and account with one of the UK SA offices, we can easily send the goods to them from our UK office, saving you trouble in doing, the logistics yourself. SA office will then charge on your account, and then they can send the goods directly to you too after they've hallmarked your pieces. We did a special video on this a few years back, so please check that out. Do you sign a non-disclosure agreement or an NDA? Yes, we do, and it's something we've talked about for years. Again, I did a special video on this a while back. It's one of the first ones that we did when I was living in the US. But I basically stress the importance of having a signed NDA for your protection. Thai Design has our own NDA that we offer our customers, or customers can also send us a copy of their NDA to sign before we begin discussing sampling and production. Either way, the NDA is to protect you, the jewelry designer. So if you've invested time in creating your own unique design jewelry, you really want to just make sure that they're protected and that your supply isn't copying them or even changing their design slightly just to benefit themselves. So be sure you have a signed exclusivity and confidential agreement with your supplier even before you send them any visual or prototype designs their way, just to make sure that you've got that agreement first. Okay, a question on rings. I would like to add rings to my collection for both men and women. What are the most common ring sizes? So for women, the most common sizes in the UK would range anywhere from L to P, and for men, the most common typically range from U to Z. As a conversion to the US, that's 6 to 8 or 10 to 12. And the last question, do you keep me up to date on the communication during the production order? Yes, absolutely. We'll let you know how things are going and if there are any changes that we need to bring to your attention. But most often than not, once we have produced a sample of each design, the team here are confident in starting the production order as soon as possible. At the end of the day, that's the whole objective in doing the sample for the customer. We have other customers, that have placed orders with us each day, so we're in production every day. So it's really important for my planning managers and sales team to work closely together throughout the day just to ensure that each customer order is on track and schedule, and any necessary information needs to be communicated to our customers daily. Okay, my friends, we are halfway through, and thank you for watching the first part of our production process topic here at Tide Design Distributors. Stay tuned and don't miss out on the second part of this topic. We'll be talking about our quality process, prices, the fluctuation of metals, techniques that we specialize in, and much more. So please stay tuned for that. As always, I really hope that this was insightful and helpful to you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel, and please like and subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest videos on jewelry manufacturing for designers. Take care and see you guys soon. Bye.